So why trade with other countries? Trading with other countries improves the overall living standards of people. It reduces prices and increases the variety of goods and services provided for consumers. It also creates new jobs and opportunities as it allows individuals to specialize in a particular field. Specialization can be influenced by either absolute advantage or comparative advantage. Absolute advantage is a good or service produced at a lower resource cost. For instance, if Ava types approximately 85 words per minute and Anthony types about 15 words per minute, then Ava will have the absolute advantage over Anthony, since she uses the productive resource more efficiently. On the other hand, comparative advantage can be described as a good or service produced at a lower opportunity cost. In the course of 2 hours, Timmy can either write 8 research papers or bake 4 cookies. Amy, on the other hand, is a little slower than Timmy, so she can either write 3 research papers or bake 12 cookies. Timmy could use his 2 hours solemnly to bake 4 cookies, but his opportunity cost of producing 8 research papers is much greater than Amy, who only produces 3 research papers in 2 hours. Therefore, Amy has a comparative advantage over Timmy, since her amount of research is less than what Timmy makes in 2 hours. Although free trade can benefit an economy, it can also hurt certain groups. For example, the picture above demonstrates domestic job loss in a certain country. Since imported items from a foreign country are much cheaper than domestic items, domestic job loss increases as jobs are created in foreign countries. Net exports are essential to a country's GDP. However, goods or services must have a demand. If an insufficient demand exists, then inventories increase, resulting in a loss of profit for a country. Trading with other countries is in most cases desirable. But what good will a pile of foreign currency do? For this reason, we have the foreign exchange market, where the value of one currency affects the value of another. The foreign exchange market can be explained using the supply and demand graph. If a demand for a foreign currency exists, then the supply of the domestic currency will rise, since individuals are getting rid of their domestic currency and trading it for the foreign currency. The supply and demand graph can be affected by a country's relative income, a country's relative price, a country's relative interest rate, change in taste, or speculation. Relative income. As people grow more wealthy, they tend to want to import more items. Relative price. If inflation exists in a country, then the country is more likely to lean towards cheaper imports and substitute it for the country's goods. In this case, the demand for foreign currency will rise and the supply of domestic currency will rise as well. Relative interest rates. As interest rates rise higher in Europe than the US, the demand for the euro will increase, causing value of the euro to appreciate. This causes the supply of the US dollar to increase and the value of the dollar to decrease. Changes in taste contribute to trends on important goods. As the demand for imports increases, so does the demand for foreign currency. This causes a domestic currency to decrease in value. Speculation refers to the act of buying goods at a lower value with an intent of selling at a higher value in the future. These determinants may redefine and reposition the supply and demand graph. In conclusion, here are some important key terms essential to international trade. Hope you all enjoyed this presentation. I'll see you soon.
Created using Powtoon.